Game 6 of the World Series, and Blake Snell, the big headliner, absolutely dominating the Dodgers, and he'll have a little controversy later. First 3 batters, he struck out the side in the first inning. I mean, you're looking Betts, Seager, and then COVID Turner later, but he was just absolutely dealing. In fact, 5 out of the 6 first batters he struck out, and everything was working for him. And he even said that, I've been pitching better now than the last couple years. And that tells you something. He had a hot hand. Everything was working. The Dodgers could not touch this guy. And this is an example. Look at Muncy. That's how they're hitting him. Just little nubbers, even when they were swinging. And, you hear the thing about second time around, third time around with Snell. That's true. He doesn't do well, but he was dealing today. And look how he does this with his fastball and his curveball, just absolutely dominating. So when he throws his fastball, you think it's his curveball. When it's throwing his curveball, you think it's fastball. You don't have enough time to make a decision because the way he was tunneling so well. And even John Smoltz said his mechanics are on point. He's absolutely on fire. And, what do you do when a guy's on fire? You just keep him in there and let him just throw his game and do what he does. And after 4, 1 hit, 9 Ks. And look at that, comparing him to Sandy Koufax. That's how good he was throwing. And then, bottom of 5th, he only threw 14 pitches. There's an example, just a little number. And then the controversy starts in the bottom of the 6th. Base hit by Barnes. And then what's Kevin Cash do? The analytical coach. He pulls his starter. You're insane. This guy is throwing nothing but BBs up there, and you're pulling him. And look how Blake reacts. He's all pissed off. Even John Boy Media was there at the stadium. They said all the Dodger fans around started cheering and laughing because they knew this was not the right move. And even my girlfriend, who's not even a big fan of baseball, was like, why are they pulling him? And she's a Dodger fan. So you could see how pissed off Blake was. Wasn't a good move. The announcers were talking about it. And then the next day after the World Series, everyone's talking about how that was a bad move. And here's the thing. Yeah, Rays are an analytics team, but analytics is only part of the game. You have to go with what's hot and what it works for your team. And look at Nick Anderson. They say he's one of the best pitchers the last 2 years. He's only had 37 innings pitched last 2 years. I don't know how they can say that, but last 6 appearances before he came in here, he's given up runs. And then Blake was getting ready to face these guys, 1, 2, and 3, which he struck out all 6 times, all 6 at bats. So you bring in Mookie, and Mookie has hit 100 points higher against right-handers versus left-handers, and he proves it right there. And this was what the baseball gods do. They make the ball ricochet off the wall a certain way that makes it hard for you. That's what happens when you make bad moves. Everything just falls apart. Cash is just like, oh, God. He just knows it. And look at it again. Perfect stopped ball for the Dodgers. And that's what happens when things start falling apart. When you make bad moves, it just goes to crap all over the field. And then Anderson throws a wild pitch. Barnes scores. Mookie goes to third. And again, this goes back to you pull Snell. It's like the baseball gods all of a sudden put a mojo on your team and everything starts falling apart. Every pitch, every play. And that's pretty much what happened. And then with Seager at the dish, 1-1 count. Fielder's choice to first. Betts coming home. Scores easily. And who's the loneliest man on the planet? This guy. Let's break this down. Mookie got a great secondary jump right there. And then as soon as Seager hit the ball, he was taken off. Look at that. Ball's not even 7 feet away from his bat. Mookie already has the jump. Mookie read it right. He reacted right. And he went. And he was a terror on the base pass throughout the whole World Series. That's why the Dodgers win got him. That difference maker to put him over the top. Mookie just on fire. And there he is again. Crapola. And then bottom of 8, 0-2 count against Mookie. What do you expect is going to happen now? 3, 2, gadoosh. This is gone. Home run, insurance run, 3-1 Dodgers, and they're going absolutely nuts. But not this guy. Yeah. Remember Blake? Remember pulling him? And then the Dodgers, Julio Urias, who pitched starting in the 7th inning, comes in, and look at what he did through the playoffs. Just absolutely dominating, a 1.17 ERA. You got to be kidding me, but he was absolutely the right guy to throw in there. And he gets the first out easily. Little pop-up on a 1-2 count by Margot. And then Brasso. How about some frozen pizza? He actually worked the count pretty good, but again, Urias just throwing nothing but BBs up there. And then there's the ownership. Look at Magic Johnson. He's won some championships before, but not with baseball. And then 0-2 count, frozen pizza again. Dodgers win. World Series champs 2020. And Barnes throws the ball into his back pocket. It's probably going to be going to the Hall of Fame or something like that. But smart move before they start celebrating. Amazing series. Congratulations again to the Dodgers. Congratulations to the Rays for having a great season. And then here's my bracket. This was in my vlogs a few weeks ago. Had the Dodgers winning, but I had them against Yankees. I think that would have been a better series. And then some of the best side stories, Clayton Kershaw winning his first championship. He's accomplished everything possible, 100% shoe-in to the Hall of Fame, and look at him reverting back to 10 years old. Grown men acting like children during championships. It's glorious to watch. And then Mookie Betts, brought over from Boston to help LA get over the hump and win a championship, and he definitely was part of them winning, throwing his glove, throwing his hat. And then you got the COVID situation with Turner, and we'll talk about that another time. And then Kyle Seager winning the NLCS MVP, winning the World Series MVP. Just phenomenal at-bats for that guy. I mean, every time he swung, it was hit solid. And then last year's MVP, Cody Bellinger. And he's just a young player, and he's already got a ring. Careful, Cody. Don't throw your arm out again. But congratulations to Cody. He's super pumped. And Max Muncy, talk about a guy that was having some of the most solid at-bats. He was just driving up the counts, walked a lot, just phenomenal at-bats. And then probably one of the best stories is Dave Roberts winning a championship. You don't think this guy isn't stoked. And he was probably on the chopping block. If he didn't win the World Series, he's probably gone in LA. Now he probably locked in another 4 or 5 years of staying in Los Angeles. Well-deserved. Championship trophy goes to Los Angeles, heading back home. First time since 1988. And then the Willie Mays MVP award goes to Kyle Seager. Look at that. Looks like the Heisman Trophy. And then I'm going to close with this. A Los Angeles hero, Joe Kelly. Thank you for watching Baseball News Club. Have a good day.